Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're reading part 2 of the story I'm writing called Inspiration and Habitat Renewal. So please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff. My youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games. Or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Now let's dive into the video. The lake, once stagnant, now flowed with purpose and life, but not all currents ran clear. One evening as twilight painted the sky in shades of violet and gold, Lavana sat at the edge of the water, her fingers gazing the surface. The river shimmered, then glitched like a reflection struggling to hold its shape. For a brief moment the water darkened, turning almost ink black before snapping back to its crystal clarity. Lavana froze. That's not natural. Behind her the wind stilled, even the birds, so lively in recent weeks, fell silent. She had studied architecture, ecology, even a touch of folklore from her grandmother's stories, and one word surfaced now, uninvited. Malcaforum. Not just magic, but corrupted intent made manifest. The kind that didn't create, only twisted. The hidden layer beneath the water. Over the next few days, Lavana began to notice more signs. Some plants near the deeper pools grew too fast, their vines curling in unnatural spirals. Fish occasionally gathered in tight, unmoving clusters, as if listening to something below. At night, faint whispers echoed from the waterfalls. Too rhythmic to be wind, too soft to be human. Determined, Lavana returned to the oldest part of the lake, the restored stone terraces. These were older than the town itself, remnants of something far more ancient. As she ran her hand along the worn stone, she noticed carvings she hadn't seen before, symbols hidden beneath centuries of erosion. They weren't decorative, they were seals, and some of them were broken. A fracture in the balance. That night the truth revealed itself. The lake wasn't just a habitat. It had once been a boundary, a place where natural energy flowed freely, but was carefully contained. The waterfalls, the terraces, the layout, it wasn't just beautiful design. It was a system, a balance between life-giving energy and something deeper, older, something that should never have surfaced. By restoring the lake, Lavana had done something incredible, but she had also unknowingly disturbed what lay beneath. The malfracum had seeped through the cracks. The first manifestation. It happened at dawn. A section of the water near the far bank began to churn. Not violently, but deliberately. The surface rose like a breath being taken. Then something emerged, not fully a creature, not fully water. A shifting form, like liquid shadow wrapped in vines, its shape constantly collapsing and reforming. Its presence made the air heavy like a storm that refused to break. Lavana stood frozen, heart pounding. The entity didn't attack, it watched. And then, in a voice that sounded like water rushing through stone, it spoke. You rebuilt the gate, but not the lock. A new purpose. Lavana didn't run. Instead, she stepped closer, fear and determination warning inside her. I didn't know, she said quietly, but I can fix it. The entity's form flickered. To fix is not to undo. The old world is gone. Balance must be rewritten. And just like that, it dissolved back into the lake, leaving behind silence and a choice. Rebuilding again. This time Levana understood restoring habitats wasn't just about nature. It was about harmony between worlds. She began redesigning the lake, not removing what she had built but enhancing it. She studied the ancient carvings, integrating them into new structures, water channels aligned with the original sills, stone markers etched with protective patterns, pools designed not just for wildlife but for energy flow. And she didn't work alone for long. Strange individuals began to arrive, drawn by the disturbance. A quiet traveler who spoke of spirits and balance, a Buddhist who understood plants that shouldn't exist, and whispers of beings tied to deeper forces, entities like those that existed in the wilder world beyond the town. The lake was no longer just a sanctuary. It was becoming something else, a nexus, the living boundary. As weeks passed, the Malcolm didn't vanish, but it changed. Where it once twisted and threatened, it now pulled in controlled currents. The dark and the light didn't fight. They coexisted, flowing through the lake, like opposing tides finding rhythm. The entity returned once more, rising gently from the water. This time its form was calmer, defined. You learn, Lavana nodded. I'm not trying to erase it anymore. I'm trying to understand it. A pause. Then this place will not fall again. A new kind of inspiration. The lake became something no one had ever seen before. Not just a place of beauty, not just a restored habitat, but a living example of balance, where creation and corruption, nature and magic, past and future all flowed together. Artists still came, writers still sat by the water, but now some left with stories they couldn't fully explain. And Lavana, she no longer just rebuilt places. She became something more. A keeper of balance, an architect not just of land, but of words. And beneath the flowing water, where the old sills once cracked, something new had formed. Not a prison, not a barrier, but a promise that even Malafamakan, when understood, could become part of something whole. Thank you for watching this video and peace out to the next one.